In addition to the perspective, we have another category, so to say, inside the setting area, and this is the style of the image. And this is pretty fancy now, because the style means that we can say our image should have a Simpsons style, a Disney style, Pixar style, Game of Thrones style, depth of field style, so this blurred background thing, so to say. We can also define this manually on our own. We can also add GTA 5 style, Paw Patrol style. If you have kids, you probably know Paw Patrol. Canon style, 35mm style, so this is this cinema-like look again, or cyberpunk style. I'll not try all of these styles now, but at least 3 of them once again. So let's once again take our full prompt here, but now I'll adjust it slightly. First, I want to remove the cinematic lighting because depending on the style, cinematic lighting won't help. And I'll use the panorama here to have a better overall look onto the image. And after the panorama definition, you can also add it wherever you want, by the way. I mentioned this, but I just want to keep this as structured as possible. We could now add Simpsons style here. Therefore, we should get a realistic image of a pirate in Simpsons style. Let's see if this works. If we check the result now, we can discuss whether this looks realistic. Obviously it doesn't, but the problem is that taking a realistic photo in Simpsons style is almost impossible. However, if we change now the a photo part of our prompt to a comic of an old smiling pirate in Simpsons style, then you will see that the medium has a huge impact on the overall look of the image once again. For the photo part, realistic photos can obviously only be taken from real persons, from real objects. Therefore, this look here isn't entirely realistic, obviously. But this looks really awesome now, I think. Okay, I must admit that the eyes in the first image are a bit off and that the Homer in the second image doesn't look perfect. But still, with the combination of our medium, a comic in this case, and the style now, Simpson style, we created these Simpson-like images. And if I now take this prompt and adjust it, so I won't make a comic this time, but a 3D animation of our pirate, and now not Simpson style, but instead, let's say, Pixar style, like these famous animation movies we probably all know, then the look will again be entirely different. So we should get the pirate as 3D animation, but in this specific style that we defined. Again, this is subjective, but this looks, in my opinion, absolutely gorgeous. Look at these amazing images that were generated now with this little prompt. This is absolutely stunning, I think. And these last examples hopefully also show you why I want to use such a template and why I think it's important to have such a template in mind. Just by combining the medium, so the image type, so to say, and the setting with the perspective and the style, we can create such amazing images easily, and we have full control about the way these images are generated. 2 areas are still left in our details though, so let's move on to the background and the atmosphere now. The remaining 2 areas to create our images will be combined in this lecture because the background is pretty straightforward. It just defines the remaining part of our image besides the core content that should be displayed in this image. So far, our background was just the ocean. We could also make this a bit more detailed here. For example, we could say that we want to have the stormy ocean with high waves in the background. If we add this to our image, and I'll again take one of these prompts maybe. So the one with the selfie, I like this quite a lot actually. So I'll add this prompt now. And here we'll add the stormy ocean with high waves in the background. So here, if we again have a look at the detailed image, we see a very stormy ocean. For example, here the half of the boat is already covered in water. But as you see, you can refine the background by being as descriptive as possible. Just don't add too many details to the image, because then Midjourney at some point will mix up the background with the remaining parts of the image, and then the result will not be very satisfying. But as long as you keep it concise and precise regarding your wording, there isn't too much that can go wrong. In case something doesn't work, you can always rephrase your prompt, obviously. In addition to the background, we also have the atmosphere as the last part in our details section. The atmosphere is a big word and contains many different things to describe in here. These things include the time of the day. Is it sunrise, twilight, day or night in general? You want to have a different lighting, like natural or cinematic lighting. You want to have a studio lighting, neon lighting, or you can also define the colors. So golden colors, black and white, and in addition to the time of the day, also the time of the year. So is it spring? Should it be snowfall? Should it be raining? Should the overall image have a very energetic atmosphere? That's of course a bit vague. Here you let Midjourney decide what energetic actually means. So once again, these are just some words to give you at hand to have an understanding of what you can define in here. And once again, I'll give you some examples here by adding these descriptions to our prompts. So if I now once again take our prompt that we used so far in these lectures, and now I switch cinematic lighting with black and white to start very simple and straightforward. Then I'll add another prompt where we add neon lighting instead. This should look quite interesting. And now we keep the cinematic lighting, but add snowfall afterwards. So you can, of course, also add multiple of these words of a specific category if you want to. Now we again have three very different results. Let's get started with the black and white version. There, no big surprise, we only have black and white colors left, so pretty straightforward actually. Here, the second version we created looks quite fancy actually. This simply added neon colors to our image, which also gives this a very interesting look, let's say it like this. And finally, here we kept the cinematic lighting and added the snowfall additionally. So we added more keywords to describe the atmosphere. And we still have the realistic look that we had from the initial images we created. But now if we inspect the images full screen here, we can see the snow falling from the sky. Here, for example, we see the snow also on the jacket of the pirate, especially here, for example. So once again, these are ways to control the images that should be generated. And therefore, once again, trying to follow along this template to get started, in my opinion, is a big helper to create awesome looking images according to your needs in Midjourney. Let's now leave the world of pirates and let me show you one other example that demonstrates how amazing Midjourney 5.1 works now. You might have the situation where you need an image of food or drinks. You learned about this photo of keyword combination, so to say, and using it in a very simple prompt by creating images of food is just absolutely stunning. Therefore, I quickly want to show you this. So let's say we want to have a realistic images of a delicious cheeseburger. Well, then we simply add photo of a cheeseburger. And I'll do the same thing in the meanwhile for photo of spaghetti bolognese, and another one for the Wiener Schnitzel we referred to earlier in the course. A Wiener Schnitzel like this. And now give this a few moments and trust me, the results will be absolutely stunning. Let's have a look at the burger first. This is crazy, isn't it? This looks like a real burger to me. You can of course adjust the background if you want to, but if you look at the meat and the cheese, the tomatoes, so all the ingredients, the bun itself, this looks really, really good in my opinion. Also, if we check out the spaghetti bolognese I wanted to create right here, it's the same thing. This looks like a real meal actually, created within seconds. The Wiener Schnitzel somehow wasn't created, so we again have this bug. So let's recreate this prompt quickly. Photo of a Wiener Schnitzel. The thing again is that Midjourney 5.1 makes creating such things so incredibly easy in such an outstanding quality. That's why I wanted to demonstrate you this food specific image creation too, because I think it's nice to know at least. And here we have the schnitzel now. Also with great results, we can discuss if all the ingredients are part of a real schnitzel, for example, the onions here. But the image quality is just stunning once again. So this was just a short thing that I wanted to show you. Now that we know what Midjourney can do though, we have plenty of other interesting areas to apply this amazing tool.